Hello everyone, we are from Accounting Taxation in President University, and on this blessed day of Friday, we have a midterm, and the subject is international tax and pricing, transfer pricing. So, before we start, I would like to introduce our group. My name is Andi Ferisky Haryono.
My name is Sabatamus.
And then my name is Iksan Prasetyo Utomo.
And my name is January Pat.
So, before we start, I would like to ask you guys, how was your midterm today?
Good.
Excellent.
Was it easy?
Excellent.
Okay, so the so for this midterm, we are preparing to make a video about the case study. The case study is about PT Nusantara. PT Nusantara is an Indonesian subsidiary of multinational group. It is engaged with trading palm oil. The company sells to its Singapore parent company at $600 per ton, while the market cap price is $700 per ton. Annual volume sold is 100,000 tons and additionally, PT Nusantara pays a 10% royalty check on sales to its parent company for trademark usage. Comparable industry royalty rates are 4% to 6%. PT Nusantara also incurs 50 billion in management service fees from the parent, but documentation of benefit is weak. And the question is, the first question, identify which TP method would be appropriate for its transactions for the commodity sales, royalty, and services. The second question is calculate the necessary adjustment for the commodity transactions and royalty payments. And we have to assume that 15,000 rupiah is $1 and corporate tax rate is 22%. So for the first question, we prepared a table which consists of three columns. The first column being the transactions. The second column is the appropriate TP method, and last is specification. So for the first is commodity sales, and the appropriate TP method for commodity sales is COP or comparable uncontrolled price. And the justification is market price of $700 per ton is available. The second transaction is royalty payment, and the appropriate transfer pricing method is COP or TNMM. The justification being the benchmark against comparable royalty rates are 4% to 6%. And last but not least, management service fee. The appropriate TP method is cost plus method or the benefit test. The justification is that based on cost incurred plus reasonable markup, they must prove benefit to PT Nusantara. So we move on to the second question. Okay, so after we determine which is the appropriate TP method for the first question, we move on to the second question, which is adjustment calculations. The first adjustment that we need to do is commodity sales adjustment. The market cap is $700 per ton. The actual price is $600 per ton. The difference being is $100 per ton times by 100,000 tons. It roughly equals to $10 million. After we got the US dollars, we need to convert it to rupiah, which is 15,000, and it roughly equals to 150 billion rupiah. So, PT Nusantara income is understated by 150 billion. And we need to calculate the tax, which is 22% by 150 billion. It equals to 33 billion rupiah. The second part is royalty adjustment. Royalty paid equals to 10% of sales, which is $600 per ton times by 100,000. It equals to $6 million, and the comparable is 4% to 6%. So we need to assume that 5% is acceptable. The excess 5% difference is we counted from 10% minus 5% times by 60 million US dollars. It equals to $3 million. In rupiah, we need to convert is $3 million times 15,000 is 45 billion rupiah. The excess royalty is non-deductible, so the tax adjustment will be 22% times 45 billion US dollar. 45 billion rupiah, it equals to 9.9 billion rupiah.
And the third question is evaluate whether the management service fees meet the benefit test. In transfer pricing, intercompany service transaction must satisfy the benefit test to be considered deductible for tax purposes. Under PMK 213/2016 and OECD BPS guidelines, the benefit test requires that the service provides real, measurable, and expected economic or commercial value to the recipient company. In this case, PT Nusantara, the definition, the benefit test ensure that service charged by a parent or related party provide actual value or advantage to the Indonesian subsidiary and are not duplicative of services already performed locally and are not shareholder or stewardship services which only benefit the parent company. Example, group control, financial oversight. Thus, only services that deliver a specific benefit to PT Nusantara businesses, like improved efficiency, technical support, cost reduction, or compliance assistance, can be accepted as deductible. And the analysis of PT Nusantara case is PT Nusantara paid 50 billion rupiah in management service fees to its Singapore parent. However, the case mentioned that documentation of benefit is weak. So, number one is no clear documentation of the type of service provided, whether it was for HR, marketing, finance, IT, or strategic management. And number two is no evidence of deliverables such as report, system improvement, or consultancy results. And the three is possible duplication. PT Nusantara may already have local management performing similar functions. And the last is no cost allocation explanation. It is unclear how the parent calculated the service charge or allocated costs among subsidiaries.
And then the required evidence to pass the benefit test is to justify that the service fees are at arm's length. PT Nusantara must demonstrate: number one, nature and purpose of service, detailed service agreement describing the scope and objectives. Number two, evidence of actual performance, copies of emails, reports, minutes of meetings, system outputs, training materials, etc. And then number three, benefit measurement, proof that the services improve PT Nusantara's operation, is reduce cost, increase output, or regulatory compliance. And then for number four, cost allocation and markup, parent must show a fair cost allocation basis head account and sales ratio and reasonable markup consistent with industry norms. And then for the conclusion, based on the weak documentation mentioned, PT Nusantara fails to meet the benefit test under PMK 213 tahun 2016 and OECD BEPS guidelines. Therefore, the 50 billion Indonesian rupiah service fee may be disallowed as a deductible expense. This would lead to an increase in taxable income by the same amount, and the additional tax liability is 22% times 5 billion equal 11 billion Indonesian rupiah. PT Nusantara should improve documentation by preparing detailed agreements, maintaining evidence of services, and ensuring clear cost-benefit linkage to comply with the arm's length principle.
Okay, the question number 4, discuss how PT Nusantara should prepare its local file under PMK nomor 2013 tahun 2016 about the purpose of local file. The local file is a part of Indonesia three-tier TP documentation framework. Master file, local file, CBCR under PMK nomor 213 tahun 2016 is the provide transaction level details to justify that PT Nusantara related party transaction are consistent with the arm's length principle. And the answer, according to PMK nomor 213 tahun 2016 and OECD BEPS Action nomor 13 PT Nusantara local file must include number 1, organizational structure, the point 1, the legal ownership and management structure, and point 2, relationship with its Singapore parent and other related entity, number 2, business overview, industry analysis, palm oil sector trends, price, market cap data, and PT Nusantara operational profile main activity and key value drive, and number 3, related party transaction. The point 1, the detail is on transaction with related party, a palm oil sales to Singapore parent, commodity transaction, B, royalty payments, intangible usage, and C, management service fee, and the point 2, transaction volume, pricing policy, and payment terms. And number 4, functional analysis. The point 1, identify each party function, asset, and risks. And point 2, PT Nusantara like perform manufacturing or trading function, use operational asset, and bears inventory and market risks, while the parent provides limit strategic or intangible related support. And number 5, transfer pricing method selection. The point 1, explain why CAP is suitable over palm oil sales. And the point 2, benchmark royalty rate 4 until 6% and justify adjustment to 5%. And point 3, explain cost plus or benefit test rationale for management service fee. And number 6, economy analysis and benchmarking. The point 1, use comparable data from independent company to show price with arm length. And the point 2, include calculation and adjustment summary, sell price adjustment from $600 to $700 per ton, royalty rate adjustment from 10% to 5%, and the last, non-deductibility of service fee, if benefit not proven. And the last, the number 7, conclusion and compliance statement. Point 1, summarize arm length conclusion for all transaction. And point 2, declare compliance with PMK nomor 213 tahun 2016 and OECD BEPS 13. And the point 3, include documentation that must be contemporaneous with tax return filing and benefits of proper local file preparation. Point 1, demonstrate transparency and compliance with transfer pricing law, reduce the risk tax audit adjustment and penalty, support negotiation and mutual agreement procedure if a tax dispute arises with foreign jurisdiction, and the 3, build credibility with Directorate General of Tax DGT. So the conclusion that to defend its transaction, PT Nusantara should prepare a robust local file that clearly describe the nature and the rationale of its related party transaction. And the point 2, provide solid economic analysis showing all principle fall with arm length range, include proper benefit documentation for management fee, and the last, align with both PMK 213 tahun 2016 and OECD BEPS Action 13 standard. By doing so, PT Nusantara can mitigate risk of the tax adjustment and demonstrate full compliance with Indonesia transfer pricing regulation.
Okay, that is all from us from this case study. We hope you have a great day and We are sorry if there's any mistakes, which there is supposed to be none. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.